Hey guys! How's everybody doing? It's rainy here in Michigan. I'll just wait a little bit and then I'll go ahead and get started because I have quite a bit of information today, so I'm not gonna wait too long, but just see who hops on. Go ahead and hop on, and then we will get started. Hi, baby. Daisha! We're gonna get started.
I get some food.
You just have food, baby, not right now. Hey guys. Alright, so I'll go ahead and get started. So today we're going to talk about acne, but we're going to talk about environmentally induced acne, okay? Hey, there's Dayton. You say hi?
Hi, everybody.
Okay. So we're going to talk about environmental acne today. So the first thing I wanted to start off with, so when we're talking about environmental acne, we're talking about everything outside of within ourselves. So this can include like the literal environment that we live in. It can include things that we put on our face or things that maybe we eat and stuff like that. So the first thing I wanted to talk about with environmental acne is the type of like hair products and things that we put on our bodies. So like hair styling products, it could be shampoos, it could be conditioners, things like that. A lot of that will actually affect acne and things like that. Another one that we'll discuss today is stress. So again, this is one that can be induced from outside of our means. So important to balance those stress levels. And then another we're going to talk about is diet. So food and things that we intake. And we're actually going to spend a little more time with that diet stuff today. So what is acne? So one thing to always keep in mind with acne, we're talking about inflammation. So when we're talking about inflammation, it's irritated. It's reacting to something. So anytime we're trying to treat, we want to tone down. And I think a lot of times when people deal with acne, they forget this. And so they do the exact opposite, which actually inflames it more. So over scrubbing or overusing products that might be specifically for acne, the body actually reacts and it inflames more. And it's going to create more sebum and more problems and more issues. So some things in different like hairstyle products, body products, face products, skincare products that you want to avoid and stay away from. Certain ingredients like linoleum, as well as any petrolatum, also known as petroleum, or can be in Vaselines, and a lot of skincare, hair care, and body care products have these two in it. Which can be very strong sebum producers. So we want to avoid those. Also vegetable oils, and we'll get a little bit deeper into that. Butyl stearate, as well as lauryl alcohol. A lot of products are going to have alcohol in it. So you want to be very careful of those. Oleic acid, again, is another one ingredient-wise that you just definitely want to avoid when it comes to certain skincare, body care products that you might have. So next, let's talk a little bit about food, because this is a huge one, especially when we're talking about environmental acne, things outside of your own self. So studies have been shown to link glycemic levels to production of sebum. So a low glycemic, low protein, low fat, low dairy actually helps to reduce these sebum levels. So taking insulin first, insulin induces male hormones, and androgens and growth factors. These provoke keratinization. So this scaling is actually going to affect the hair follicles and sebum. So essentially what that means is anything that is inducing or increasing those insulin levels is also going to increase your sebum production. Okay? So that's definitely something to keep in mind. And why that is important, especially when we're talking about diet, foods that increase insulin levels have a high glycemic index. So what does that mean? The glycemic index is a measurement of how carbohydrates have an effect on our blood sugar levels. Okay? So again, that's huge. When we eat foods with a high glycemic index, such as white bread, our blood sugar levels rise. This increases the insulin in our body. So again, that is going to increase sebum levels. So we want to be very careful of the increase of insulin and our blood sugar levels. And honestly, when you think about blood sugar levels in general, when it comes to good diet, we want to be careful of that anyways. And we have a beautiful red juice that we should be taking daily that's going to help those glycemic levels. Okay? So now when we talk about dairy, and more specifically, now dairy and cow's milk actually has a low glycemic level, but what it does have that we want to be careful of that increases sebum levels is it has androgens in it. And remember, we talked about we want to be careful of too much androgen, which is in most males. Also, it has high levels of progesterone, glucocorticoids, which also provoke that keratinization, if I said that right, and sebum production. So again, when we're talking about an increase of those androgens and the progesterone, because we want those levels, but if our body has a natural high of those and then we're drinking cow's milk or drinking these milks that are going to increase it even more, it's going to increase our sebum levels. It's going to increase acne. It's going to increase oil production. So we want to be careful of how much we're intaking of those things. So also, milk contains amino acids that produces insulin when combined with carbohydrates. So again, something that we want to be careful of when we're combining the two in our diet. Another thing to keep in mind is caffeine. So caffeine and serotonin, which do have some good benefits, but when we overdo them, they can actually again increase that insulin production. And serotonin is found in many chocolates. You of course have good healthy chocolates as well, but we don't want to overdo it. So a lot of times you'll hear people say things like, "Oh, I had, it's that time of month and I needed chocolate, and so I was breaking out." There is a connection again when we overdo it. It's all about balance, So studies have also showed that some unsaturated fatty acids, such as sapienic acid and vegetable oils, we talked about avoiding vegetable oils, can increase sebum production. But what decreases it is our good fatty acids. So we talked a lot about getting good fats in our diet. So linoleic acid is a good fatty oil to have in your body. Those healthy fats actually unblock clogged pores, and they allow that sebum to be released without producing more of it. So some good foods that you want to incorporate in your diet to help reduce environmental acne would be whole, unprocessed grains. So we of course have our einkorn, which is an awesome whole grain, no processing. And if you haven't, just go online and Google the farms where that grain is produced that Young Living owns, and it's amazing. So we have our rotini pasta that we can use. We have the spaghetti that we can use, the pancake mix, the flour, and I believe the flour just came back in stock. So there's some excellent things that we can do to incorporate in our diet that einkorn, so those good whole unprocessed grains. Another really good food is, of course, fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. Again, that's going to help to decrease sebum levels. and good absorption of those fatty acids or fatty foods. Fish. So fish is another excellent one because again, we have those good fats that are going to come from those fish. Olive oil and garlic. Okay, so olive oil and garlic are also going to be excellent for the skin. Avocado is another one that has those good healthy fats. So a nice intake of avocado is going to be really good. Water. Everything skin related, water. So as we know, every single person should be drinking half their body weight in ounces. If you're active, which you should be, plus 20 ounces. So when you look at that, that seems like a lot, but really that's what our body needs. A lot of water intake is going to help tremendously when it comes to good skin care. So some oils that I wanted to talk about that are good for environmental acne. This little gem, this beauty, can you see it? Manuka. So Manuka is actually, it's a honey. Manuka is an excellent one because again, we were talking about inflammation. So we want to calm everything. Look up the many benefits of Manuka. It's amazing. Another notable, tea tree. Great properties for skin care. Some of these like tea tree, and then I'll also mention Melrose, which is a blend that does have tea tree and some other great oils in it. These two, I would say, test out your skin. So sometimes those might need to be diluted with other things depending on what your skin can handle and take. I can put it straight up on my skin and it's great, but those ones, they do have some properties that might be just a little bit hotter. So yes, water. water. So those properties, you might want to start slow and dilute and then see how your body reacts to it. Another great skincare one, lavender. Lavender is excellent. Again, because of its amazing properties that I can't talk too in detail compliantly, but great for environmental acne, great for calming everything, but then killing off anything that's going on too. Two other ones that I wanted to note that I don't have on hand right now is Elmi, which is an excellent one also. I got to use that in Utah in the spa. Love that oil. And then another one that I wanted to mention, of course, is frankincense. Excellent for the skin. All around going to be some of my top ones that I really think are going to be beneficial. So good skincare products. So orange blossom is an excellent one. Mint scrub, if you haven't used that mint scrub, I love that scrub because it has the grit to get a nice exfoliation and cleanse, but it is not harsh. Most manual scrubs are too harsh and they actually cut at the skin, causing later years to have very much sensitivities to other products and other things. So I will have plenty of clients. They'll be older in age and they'll have thinner skin because they've over exfoliated. They've done acid pills and all types of other things over the years that have actually diminished that elasticity in the skin and actually causes cuts in the skin and making it more sensitive and susceptible to things. Also the Art Toner. And if you're concerned about acne, the Art Moisturizer is an excellent one because it's a lighter moisturizer, but it's well hydrated. And that's another thing that a lot of times when we have breakouts, we strip, but you need that hydration. If you overstrip, you actually are going to produce more oil, more sebum, and have more problems. So I love the Art Moisturizer because that one is excellent for hydrating the skin and adding just enough moisture without adding extra oils to it. So those are some of the goodies that we have. Today I wanted to do a little contest. So I actually have, this is my used Manuka that I use on a daily basis. And then I have a brand new bottle of Manuka. Brand new bottle, okay? And I want to give this away. So we're going to give this Manuka away. But what I need you to do is, in this group, if you have come across some information that you know other people would benefit from, I want you to reach out to 20 people personally invite them to this group. Link them up to also the YouTube channel, DNA Wellness, where they can go back and watch any of the replays, whether it's our health talk with the Mots, or whether it is, we have our business building things that we load on there, as well as all of the skincare stuff, because I do know there's some people that they're just not on Facebook. So please reach out to about 20 people. We will do a drawing next Thursday with our next talk, and I will announce who wins this Manuka for free. All I need you to do is add 20 people to this group, but make sure you let them know you're adding them. Ask them to invite them. 20 people. And then when you have done that on this video, just comment below done. I'm not going to check. I'm not going to go back and make sure you did it. All I want you to do is add your 20 people, mark done in the comments, and you will be in for that drawing to win the Manuka, and I'll announce who wins it next Thursday. If anybody's still on, do you have any questions or issues? If you're listening to the replay, go ahead and put your questions in the comments as well, anything that I talked about today or discussed, and I'll come back through and we will answer those as well. So thanks for joining, everybody. Hope everyone is doing well. I appreciate you. Take care. Like, share, and comment. Have a good one, guys. Bye.